Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're gonna be talking about the absolute crappiest palettes out there. Actually, we're just talking about palettes that I'm getting rid of for one reason or another. Some of them are pretty crappy and I'm like, why do you have this? You don't even use it, you don't reach for it. So we're gonna go through a pile of let goes. And I am letting go of a lot of makeup these days. I am elevating my standards, if you will, as far as ingredients go and things expiring. And I have started labeling when I receive or purchase product so that I can make sure I am getting rid of it when it expires, and also to be more mindful of how big I keep my collection. So I recently had a sty. So sexy. I know, right? Like, ugh. It was actually when I was doing the Victoria's Secret video, I was doing my makeup, and this never happens to me ever, ever, ever. Okay, like I am not someone that gets eye infections. Like that's not my thing. I normally, like, I would say 99 times out of 100, I'm that person that's like, don't you use my mascara, get away from my products, don't you share this. Like I'm very pro hygiene, and as far as makeup artistry goes and doing makeup on other people, it's a big deal, not just to understand how to apply makeup, but to understand how to keep everything hygienic. So I kind of follow those own rules for myself. So long story short, I shared a mascara. Oh my God. Why did I do that? I think that's what happened. Or I used an expired eyeshadow or expired liners, which I have gotten rid of, like all of my liners. It was actually very traumatic. It felt like a huge loss. I felt sick. Maybe that's why I was feeling kind of sick. No, it's not. So I was looking at this big bin of palettes because I have so many eyeshadow palettes, you guys, that I ordered off of Amazon, acrylic dividers to go in this walk-in closet here in the studio, and I wanted to kind of like file them away. And I'm really looking at them going, why do I have all of this? Like, why do I have all of these shadows? I need to let go of the ones that have expired, the ones that I think formula-wise are not getting it done for me, the ones that I think don't make sense as far as the color story. So boom, let's just like get right into it. I could sit here and chat with you guys forever and ever and ever. You already know that. Welcome to my channel. I'm Tati. I talk too much. It's usually like the 3-minute mark that I actually get into the video if you're ever curious about that. And if you like hanging out with me, you can subscribe to my channel for free and then ring the bell. I'm here Monday through Friday. Cool. All right, so let's get into the first two. Okay, so Lorac shadows. I used to use these so much. Way back when, they were a favorite, an everyday staple, and I need to let go of the number 2 and the original. Look, I actually hit pan on a shadow. Is that not incredible? I don't know how anyone that is like, I hit pan and I went through like 10 of these. I'm like, how? I skip around from palette to palette to palette so much that I'm like, how? Like, how? Like, I need to be more devoted with one thing, because even when I feel like I reach for a palette a lot, clearly I don't, because like I only hit pan on one item. Anyway, this is the best one out of all of them, I have to say. The original is where it's at. They do still make this. I've just had this for way too long. It's expired. It needs to go. Did I even finish the eye sty situation? No, I sure didn't. I was doing the Victoria's Secret try on and I was blending and I was like, oh my God, there's like a bump on my lid. What is that? And I had to go to the eye doctor, and they full on, oh my gosh, you guys, they had to like flip my lid and like look at it and do everything. And I had to have special eye drops, and I was not supposed to wear eye makeup for a while, which I really tried not to. And I definitely did not wear anything like glittery for that whole week, and things got better. But long story short, it did make me look at everything, and it made me want to get rid of the things that have expired because I don't want to go through that again. So heads up to you guys, keep your makeup clean, keep your brushes clean, sharpen those pencils. Make sure you get rid of your mascara every 3 months. It is so important that you do not cause harm to yourself through the use of makeup. There's a lot of crap in makeup. I'm uncovering that too. Whew. You know that meme of the woman with like the question mark and the numbers and everything? That's me at night, every night. Anyway, yeah, Lorac palettes, sadly, I'm parting with. The formula, like would I repurchase this one right now? Probably not, because the formula is a little bit too soft to what I really enjoy right now. As far as a higher end shadow, what I'm really loving is the Natasha Denona. I'm wearing the Safari palette today, and you guys, it is so good. I did a video with 3 different looks using this and the gold palette. There is no talc in this formula, which I really appreciate. It's another ingredient that I am doing a deep dive on, and is not the greatest for you depending on whether it is sourced from China or Italy. So, you know, debate is up on that. You can research if you're interested in it. Again, I'm not an all or nothing person, and I think there are worse things that you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis than just the talc that's a small amount in your eyeshadow, but I do appreciate a formula that is this incredible and soft and not overly powdery that is formulated without it. So that is one of the reasons that the price tag is up there with Natasha Denona. But oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so I am wearing Tamarind, just kind of all over the lid, into the crease, high crease. Then I took Thorn through the lower crease, Shea on the outer, and then I took Aya on the lid. I took the shade Tamarind and Shea and kind of mixed the two on the lower lash line, and that was it. It's like the easiest thing ever. Oh my gosh, I love this palette. It's so good. So right now I'm just kind of looking at the ones that I adore and love and reach for so much that suit me. And I'm like, why do I need 5,000 matte browns? Like, I don't. Or do I? Maybe I do. I'm so bad at getting rid of makeup. This is actually a hard thing for me. All right, the other one that I am passing along to a friend, which I'm gonna spray it down with alcohol. You can do that with powder shadows. Mascaras and liners are really what you do not want to be sharing. So this I've only used a few times, and I just was not into it the way I'm into my Natasha Denona palettes or my Viseart palettes or Anastasia palettes. So this I'm passing along. This is the Nude from Bobbi Brown. Okay, so I am getting rid of all of my Sephora palettes. The Sephora Pro Pigments. I purchased these myself. I did a dedicated video about a year ago, and I kind of liked them. And at the end of the video, I was like, yeah, I guess it's kind of good. I don't know, you know, and it's just like this. And I ended up reaching for them like maybe one more time, no joke. Like it was just one of those items that I'm like, back burner, like maybe another day. I don't want to get rid of it, but I really don't want to use it either. Oh my gosh. You guys know how I like take makeup and like make it into a romantic situation? It's like that guy. They're like, I don't want you, but I don't want anyone else to have you, so I'll just keep you in the back drawer right here. That's what this palette is. Okay, we're getting rid of these. Sephora makes great shadows. They are less expensive than a lot of the brands they carry in Sephora, but I don't know. It just didn't do it. Some of them were patchy, they're a little unpredictable, lots of fallout. Like there were just too many negatives, but I wanted to like them. I sure did. Another one that is going is the 90s Nude Revolution from Senna. I have a soft spot in my heart for Senna Cosmetics. Not enough people talk about Senna Cosmetics. And the reason I have a soft spot is because when I was 17, this is one of the first more high-end brands that I purchased from to do makeup on other people and to work on my freelance. So because even when I was 17, I was like, yes, makeup. Not that I was that great at it, but they had this like box and you could like pick out your shades, and they sold it actually at Nordstrom. And I remember I bought it from Glendale Nordstrom, and it was a big deal for me. I had to save up for like months and months and months and put like birthday money and all of that together. And I finally got it, and I would do everybody's makeup with my little kit. I had contour shades, highlights, blushes, bronzers, eyeshadows, and it was just like such a beautiful thing and a beautiful memory for me. So I have a weird like emotional thing with this. But I don't reach for this because I have all these shades in all of my other palettes, and it's just such a duplicated thing for me with everything here. And again, like I like certain formulas better than others, and this just does not do it for me anymore. My taste has changed. Kevyn Aucoin, I freaking love you. I think you make beautiful tones, beautiful texture, beautiful everything. There is something in here that irritates the crap out of my skin. I always say this, and in fact, I'm gonna have to get rid of this one as well right here. This is the Kevyn Aucoin contour book. I'm gonna pass this on to a friend. This one has expired. Kevyn Aucoin, he was like my makeup inspiration hero the first person to teach me how to contour and how to highlight through a book, because crap, I am that old, you know, that I did not have the internet. I had to actually like go to the library and be like, excuse me, do you have any books on makeup? You know, like, oh my God, times were tough. I read a lot. That is how I educated myself on makeup, texture, process, just everything, ingredients, layering, just all of it. There's one shade that I still in my brain am searching for all of the time. Almay used to make a lipstick called Sequin, and Kevyn Aucoin told Allure magazine in an article, because way back when, he used to do these little articles every single month, and I could never afford the magazine, so every month I would like kind of wander away from my family, and I would grab the magazine and I'd flip it right to that page, and I'd be like, Kevin's beauty tips, what do I need? And I'd be like, he would say that his favorite shade to use on celebrity clients, and he was referring to Winona Ryder, who I was just like, oh, I loved Winona Ryder. Oh my gosh, I still do. Stranger Things, so good. So he would use Almay in the shade Sequin. And it was the most beautiful, flattering, universally flattering. That's what he said. And I was like, oh, it's universal for us all. And I wore it to my sister's wedding. And of course I did her makeup. She didn't wear it. She was like peachy, nudie kind of bride. But I did all of the bridesmaids, and we all wore Sequin by Almay. And I have long been on the hunt for that shade. Oh my gosh. Anyway, like that's the kind of impression that Kevyn Aucoin made on my life. And I love him. I was so sad when he passed away. I was so sad because it was like on my list to meet him. Oh my gosh, I'm getting like weird. Big time makeup hero. And his name is actually not Kevyn Aucoin. It's pronounced a different way, but everybody says it Kevyn Aucoin, so it's stuck in my head. Anyway, his products make me break out. I don't know why, they just do. I appreciate them. A lot of people enjoy them, and if you do, keep using them and loving them, but for me, it just does not work. Okay, so we're moving into Kat Von D. You guys, this is actually a super, super nice palette. Well, is it? That's actually not that great. What? Swatches are so misleading, okay? Make sure that you're trying product on your freaking face, okay? Do not just do the swatch thing, because swatches will lie. They will lie. Beautiful. Why am I getting rid of this? It expired and it's no longer available. I've decided I also don't want to keep on hand items just to keep on hand, that I should be quicker to donate or give them away if I'm not going to get to them and use them, specifically with limited launches, holiday launches. Like once it's gone, I feel like I should not be sharing with you guys that I'm wearing this product that you can no longer purchase. It's just not fair to you, you know? And there's so much out there. I should be showing you guys stuff that you can get really excited about, see how it performs, because that's what I do, you know? So this was a really great palette. This was the Saint and Sinner. Bye. See you later, Kat Von D. Go vaccinate your children. Okay, that's a whole nother thing. We're not even doing that, you guys. I have so much to say. Like, I think I'm gonna film a video just kind of like saying my piece. Like, God, not even like the beauty community, like my truth, part 2, part 3, part 4. But I just have so much I wanna say about canceled culture, the way makeup is made, the way scandals are created online. Even like today I did an interview, and honestly, I have a lot of like nervous energy about it, because sometimes when you do these interviews, you can kind of feel that it's going down a path that maybe you don't want it to go down. It's a little bit tricky because your words can be very twisted. When you do interviews, they can fact check, but you don't get to like see the article and be like, okay, cool. Like they just put it out. So I'm getting like nervous talking about it right now. It's going to be okay. Okay, we were talking about PR packaging. You know, it kind of felt for a moment like it was insinuated that YouTubers are the problem for the extravagant PR, because the more we make PR videos, the more companies will want to make bigger boxes. I really don't think that creators are to blame for the over-the-top packaging in any way, shape, or form. And I feel like I want to give my audience, you guys, everything that you want to see. So if you like videos, you comment, you tell me you want more of them, I hear you, I listen, I deliver. And I love that I get to try so much as part of my job, and I feel that's what allows me to have good opinions, to develop good opinions, and to really figure out what works, what doesn't, formula what works, what doesn't. I can't give you my best recommendations if I am not in the product, trying the product constantly. So, you know, something I said, I was like, you know, a food critic has to eat food. A beauty guru should be trying out makeup. Do I think that waste is a problem? Yeah, 100%. But I also feel like something I can do is call companies out on camera. So instead of doing nothing, I'm just gonna keep doing that. So anyway, that was like a weird part of my morning, you guys, like so strange. Anyway, I don't like doing that kind of thing. Like, I don't know. Back to the makeup. Another palette that I am getting rid of. I don't even know where this came from. This is the Bourjois palette, the Nudes. And I just wanted to show you guys this because the packaging is just so bad. And it's literally like, what is this? Like, it honestly is just the worst. Isn't it nice? It's just kind of all dusty and shiny, and like, it's just like all the same color, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like metallics. Like, I don't reach for this, and it's just, it reminds me of like my old cell phone, right? Like, hello, let me try to text you and be really frustrated, you know? Like, no, pass. Okay, so that one's out of here. A brand that I freaking adore. Love, love, love. The formula, the just richness, the wear time, everything. I love Viseart. So expensive. I don't like the small little mini ones. I don't know why, those have never worked for me. But their traditional palettes, like this one right here, is so user-friendly. This has like every warm tone that you would need right here as far as like chocolatey browns. This orange right here is probably the best. Like honestly, whenever I mess up an eye look and I'm going for this kind of a tone and I'm like, shoot, I need something to kind of blend that out and to do some patchwork and to like even things, I will always go for that orange. I started using it probably 7 years ago. Beautiful product, beautiful. This is the Neutral Mattes one. I don't like the cool mattes though. I've tried. The colors just look really bad on me. They just look horrible. I keep it because I like the formula and I'm like, well, maybe one day I'll do someone else's makeup. You should keep it on hand, really. Like that's the voice I hear over here. But now I'm just in a place where I want to be more narrow and specific with what I keep on hand because this is all getting to be a little bit too much, you know? This was like probably the most random video ever. Actually, no, a lot of my videos are random. I'm so sorry. But if you enjoyed it, if you liked me kind of sharing with you story time about Kevyn Aucoin and a weird interview and random things in makeup, and you want more like this, then give the video a thumbs up. I also really want to break down for you guys my everyday makeup routine. I tend to honestly feel like crap about myself when I read comments of like, you do the same look every day of your life, Tati. You have no talent. Get it together. And then like, it makes me push myself sometimes a little bit too far. You know, like, I'm like, I will try to be different and use colors, I promise. And I go in this weird place and I just like overthink it a little bit. And recently I'm like, no, if you feel glittery, be glittery. If you feel natural glam, be natural glam. And this is like a perfect example of my everyday favorite makeup. So if you guys would be interested in seeing me do this and maybe answering some questions, doing like a get ready with me, I would be so into doing this because it's super easy. And this is like my favorite way to wear my makeup. So there's that. All right, I have been so rambly. Thanks for hanging out with me. I love you guys so, so much. And please ring the bell before you go. And then you'll be notified of my future uploads. All right, I'm out of here. Go have a good one, you guys. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.